can't remember. I just don't remember this period of time during the Bush administration because, in fact, I think it was like this period of time was barely existed because so much was tied up on, at least in 2000.
In 2000, there were Brooks Brothers riots going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think that we had settled on who the president was until like a week or two ago, at that time.
Yep. Yeah, I think it was about a week or two ago.
But this particular transition and the way they're going about this seems nuts to me. On Wednesday of next week, so hearings start on Tuesday, although we don't know. Ben Carson's schedule. Can't believe I'm just saying
my
this.
luggage.
Ben Carson is scheduled to have his hearing next week. We don't know when. I mean,
they're probably not going to tell us when's the last minute. It'll be in the middle of the night.
I mean, honestly.
Because at least then he might actually really be asleep, which is kind of like the pose he has even when his eyes are open during the day. So you're not going to get anything different out of him when his eyes are open or closed.
I think the Ben Carson thing is going to be just absolutely nuts. I mean, if somebody asks him I don't know. And then on Tuesday,
I will send autographs of The Secret to everyone who needs housing, and then we'll cut their subsidies.
On Tuesday, it's Jeff Sessions. Democrats have only been allowed to call. There were 25. Remember, he was up in, this is the Reagan era, I think, when he
and a Republican Senate.
In a Republican Senate.
It was the Reagan era, and it was a Republican-controlled Senate during the Reagan era.
When he was denied a federal judgeship, and there were 25 democratically called witnesses. The Republicans are only allowing the Democrats, I think, to call 4 or 5 witnesses to talk about Jeff Sessions in the 2 days of hearings that will take place on Tuesday the 10th and then roll into Wednesday the 11th. On Wednesday 11th, you will have Sessions, you will have Education Secretary, would-be billionaire Betsy DeVos, who is on record of saying she is against public schools, not public education, because she's for the public paying subsidies to people to go to Christian schools,
right.
but against public schools. You have,
or to just brainwash them to become Amway customers. You
have Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao, who will be the most senior member in terms of experience in government in the Trump administration. She was a former labor secretary under George W. Bush. She's Mitch McConnell's. She's married to Mitch McConnell, which in and of itself is just sort of like. I feel like you could spend like days on hearings just like on how's that.
Maybe her parents forced her to.
If you can't just admit that marrying Mitch McConnell, just look at that.
Her parents forced her to before the shipping company. You will marry him now. But no, he looked like Turtle. Please, no.
Chinese shipping company. Anything else I say will probably sound sexist.
Not.
Look up the shipping company and Mitch McConnell and Elaine Chao. Just look it up.
Seriously,
this is true. Yeah. No, I mean many people are saying.
It's in the Nation.
Yeah, it's in the Nation.
John Judas wrote a great piece about this in the early 2000s.
Wait, hold on, wait a second.
Mitch McConnell magically went from being kind of like what the Republican Party's done on Russia now. How Mitch McConnell magically suddenly went from being like a hawk, hating everything about China to like China's awesome.
So wait a second. Are you arguing that, Michael? Are you arguing
he lost his virginity? So I mean, come on. Of course, he's gonna like China.
Are you kidding me? They haven't had sex. Come on. Mike.
Okay, all right. Let's not.
What was the question? Well, I'm sorry.
Was she made to marry him for?
No, that was a joke. But the shipping company and its connection to certain types of shipment products is not.
Oh, really?
Oh, and her dad, who was a strong McConnell supporter and made sure to introduce her. I'm not saying she was forced to. But
whatever. Okay, look, people get married for all different types of reasons. The point is, she's the most experienced person. Then Homeland Security Chief is John Kelly, one of Donald Trump's generals, and then Secretary of State Rex Tillerson. All of this is happening on Wednesday. Then you have also Mike Pompeo for the CIA. There's just a lot of stuff that's going around. It's crazy.
Well, they did it all the same day because they're hoping that mixes everybody up and there can't be a straight narrative about how any one of these people sucks.
Right. Yep.
I mean, that's what it's about. It's more McConnell tactics, which you have to love that McConnell knows enough about his wife's unpopularity that he made sure to put her in there with everybody else.
Well, God forbid she gets a question about him. Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.